I mentioned Tom Brady. Is he the greatest player of all time? Can he, let's say he wins.
Yeah.
Does he have to win to be the greatest football player of all time? Would you consider him?
Oh, I would consider him, sure. I absolutely would. And,
But Brandon Marshall said he's not a great athlete.
I don't think he's – I mean, I think the measurables of Tom is why he was drafted where he was drafted, you know? I mean – but then that loses sight of why athletes are great. Athletes have a chance to be great because they can run really fast or they can throw the ball accurately, but they're not great because of those things. They're great because of the intangibles, and so that's what is lost when you're talking about some of the ways that these teams are evaluating players, and they want to do it through analytics and. And you can't do that when it comes to people. And so with Tom, no one understood what he had within him. And two, let's be honest. I mean, if he goes to another team, does he have the same, he likely wouldn't have the same success he's currently having, but does he have still a Hall of Fame career? That's true for all of us. I don't know. I mean, he hit the right place at the right time, the right coach and all that. But to say, is Tom a great athlete? No, I think he'd be the first to say he's not a great athlete, but he's a great player. He's a great competitor.
Could you beat him in a 40-yard dash right now?
Yes, I believe I could. I believe I could. I mean,
with the suit that you're wearing right now.
Yes, I think I could.
All right. Fair enough.
I think he timed a 5 flat 40. I can run faster than that now. I mean, I think that's what he ran at the combine was 5 flat, and yes, I can run faster than that right now, without even stretching, So, but that's what I'm saying. I think to say, well, is he the greatest player of all time, and then dismiss, and say no, he can't possibly be the greatest player of all time because he's not a great athlete. I don't think that's the question. He's not being asked, or I'm not being asked, is he the greatest athlete? I'm being asked, is he the greatest maybe football player of all time? And he's certainly in that conversation. The guy who immediately comes to everyone's mind when you ask that question is Jim Brown. And I think the fact that Jim Brown has withstood the test of time with all of the modern athletes and the great athletes and the way that they train and what they're able to do now, and yet unanimously, for the most part, when you ask anyone, who's the greatest football player that ever played, they say Jim Brown. I never saw Jim Brown play, but I think that speaks volumes to just how great Jim Brown was.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.